Hey guys, it's Lainey, and today I'm doing a book review, and that book review is on Pawn by Aimee Carter, which is a recent release. I bought this book for Black Friday, on a whim, bought it. This book was really great. I rated it a 4 out of 5. It makes me really want to read Aimee Carter's other books, which are the Goddess Test series, which I've been wanting to get for a long time, and this just makes me want to get it more because I really want to read more of her books now. This story takes place in a dystopian United States where your worth as a citizen is measured by the number you are ranked. You take a test when you turn 17. They give you a number. The lower the number, the worse you are off in society. The Hearts are the ruling family of the United States, and they are 7s, and that's the highest number you can have. We follow a girl named Kitty who's a 3, which is pretty devastating for her. To be a 4 is pretty average. You're like an average citizen if you are a 4. You can have a good life, you can have a good job, but if you're a 3, it's kind of worse off for you. So what makes Kitty different is she has the shade of eyes that resembles the Prime Minister's niece to a T, and we live in a society where you can't alter eye colors. When Lila Hart, the niece, dies, which no one knows about, the Prime Minister recruits Kitty to take the place of his niece by masking her. Now, masking is a different concept I haven't come across yet in young adult, which is where they physically alter your entire body to look like someone else's. Kitty was shorter, she was had a different color hair, her face was a lot different, and now she looks exactly like Lila. And she has to assume the identity of this girl, so the rest of the country doesn't know that Lila is actually dead. What Kitty discovers is that Lila is perhaps a leader of a bunch of rebels who want to try to get this family out of office. So as you can see, there is a lot of going on here, and I really like this. I could not stop reading it. It was so good. It was fresh, it was original. I haven't seen something kind of like this identity thing in a while. It wasn't like a clone, like False Memory by Dan Crocos. It was like straight up like plastic surgery to the extreme. I did like Kitty. Even though once she physically changes into Lila, you just still feel her inside there. It is told in first person, so we are in her head the entire time, even though she is physically different. The Hearts is my favorite dysfunctional family in any book I have ever read. They are a cross between the Romanovs of Russia, Renaissance monarchy families, and the Michelsons from the originals / the Vampire Diaries. They love each other, but they're so caught up in trying to outdo each other, kill each other, get revenge on each other. It's just they bicker and they fight, but they love each other, and they're always just trying to outdo each other, outsmart each other, out-revenge each other, out-kill each other, and it's so messed up that you could only have that kind of family running this new country. I do kind of wish that there was a little bit more romance in this, just because I stopped reading Monument 14 by Emmy Laybourne to read this book. That book is as dry as a bone, and I'm really not liking it altogether. So then when this book came flying out of nowhere and into my life, I was just so happy to keep reading it, and there is some romance. There's a slight love triangle, but not really. And what I really loved about this book is that every time you think it's going in one direction, it's not. Aimee Carter has a great plot twist development and everything. I'm gonna pause there, and you're gonna want to go read this. My book discussion section is pretty much starting out with a bunch of spoilers. So come back real soon and we'll discuss this book. Thanks! So let's talk about plot twist number 1. When Dax took Kitty to Elsewhere and Nina, they're hunting humans. That was like the furthest from my mind. It wasn't even on my radar, and then suddenly, boom, they're hunting the lower ranked people and the elderly, and my mind was completely blown. I could not, no, not expecting that. The other plot twist when Kitty tries to kill Daxton and she feels the back of his neck and realizes he's not a 7 either, he's a 5. No idea that was happening. I had to reread that entire page again because I was like, did I just read that? I loved the plot twist. Also, the other plot twist, Lila's alive. I was not expecting that either, not at all. And that was one thing where I was just like, wouldn't they have done like a DNA testing on her, Augusta and Daxton, when they thought they killed her in, where were they, Aspen? What? Wouldn't they have like made sure it was Lila? Anyway, I really want to know who Daxton really is, and the very ending of that where they kind of, when Daxton ended up remembering everything and he was just playing stupid, and they both know that they're not really the perfect. I loved it. I can't wait to see where this series goes. This is going to be a great new series to continue following, as well as since Celia and Lila kind of disappeared at the end. I want to know if they're going to come back. I want to know what's going to be happening with the Blackcoat Rebellion. I also really liked Grayson. I thought he was a great character, where he seemed just like a little, he knows his family's like extremely messed up, but he doesn't care. Knox was a great character. I really liked him. I hope there's going to be a little bit of something between him and Kitty, just because I was just like really in the mood for a love triangle, and it just kind of really wasn't. Mainly because Benji is a redhead, and I can't like him because of that. That sounds really discriminatory, but I can say that because I'm a redhead. It's like the same thing with Ron Weasley. I never saw him like, oh, Ron. I see him and Benji I see as like my brother. And I don't even have a brother, but if I did, they would be my brothers because they're redheads. Yeah, I can't see them romantically just because I wouldn't want to be with a redhead. People would think I'm dating my brother. Anyway, I hope the relationship between Kitty and Knox develops more, because it seems that Knox and the real Lila were only really good friends, and there really wasn't that much romance with them, especially since in the next book, their wedding is obviously going to happen, and I want to see that, and I like Benji's jealousy when it comes to that. Kitty is a great character. I just really wish her name wasn't Kitty, because I really hate that name, and I really hated it when I was reading it. I think this was a great first novel. Did you guys? I want to know what you guys thought of it, and that's it for me. Of course, unless I'm forgetting something, which I probably will. Thanks for watching my review on Pawn, and I hope I will see you guys later. Bye!